I'm going to show you how to use the pre and post incrementer in Java. So I've got a variable here. I initialize it to 5 and then I print it out. Pre-increment or the post incrementer, let's start with that. You just take your variable, add plus plus to the end, and what that does is going to increment it by 1. So if we do that, if I copy this print, when we run this, you see I the first time is 5. After it's incremented, it's 6. Now, what's the difference between the pre-increment and post-increment? We'll change this to a pre-increment. Rerun this, same result. So where things get more interesting is if you use the pre-increment or post-increment in another call. So let's leave that how it was. But let's use a post-increment here. So let's get rid of that. Use a post-increment here. So now when I run this, you can see I is 5 both times. And that's because in the post increment, the original value is first returned and then it's incremented. So if we put in another just plain print here, when we run this, we see on this last one, I is 5. So or 6, sorry. So it starts out at 5. We print that. It's then post incremented, but the original value, which was 5, was handed back to the system out call. So 5 is printed, but the value of I is changed to 6 after this line. So when we call it a third time, I is now 6. So to show how the pre-incrementer work, let's turn that post-incrementer into a pre-incrementer. So now in the pre-increment, it's going to first increment the value and then return that to the call. So when I run this, you're going to see on the second print, I is now 6. So it starts out at 5, makes this call, which pre-increments. So first it increments I and then returns that value to the system out call. And then the last call, it hasn't changed. It's still 6.